Harmony One on the weekly channel. We're starting off on the weekly chart. So yes, each candle is 1 week. You got it. And we have green, yellow, and red. Hopefully you can put those together, what those would mean. Green is obviously good. Yellow is the cautious area. Red is the final line in the sand. Terrible. All right, so what we want to look for, we need Harmony to break outside of this. Do I think it's going to come in the next handful of weeks? Sure. I think all of crypto is getting ready to have a nice Q1. So patience over the next handful of weeks, I think will pay off handsomely in Q1. Going into Q1 now, Harmony as we're coming down here, where's our key level of support? It's going to be right here around this 22-cent level. Why do I think that? Well, you got to look back in history, and previous resistance often flips as support. So this is our previous all-time high, set in March of 2021. We hit it again in September 2021, broke out of it, came and flipped as support before lifting back off to our all-time high, and then just fizzle out a little bit with the rest of the market. And now we're coming back to critical level here. I would say the odds are high that Harmony holds this level, because we've had such a substantial pullback, more than most, after hitting all-time high. One pulled back of 65%, okay, from top to bottom. And currently, even from that top wick, we're roughly still 38% down. So if we go down here, how much farther would that be? I'm glad you asked. Not that much, right? Let's get a measured move here. Too bad. Let's turn the magnet off. There we go. So around 6%. So 6% more downside, and I think that will hold roughly. It doesn't have to hit right at 22, because look at this top. This top closed at 21.6. So I like somewhere support between these wicks and this candle. This candle closed right at 20 cents. So somewhere between 20 to 22 cents should hold nicely on a weekly close. Okay, for one. Then the very next candle is we're gonna start off on the new year. So let's see how we start 2022. I think good things are in store for one in the future, in the not so distant future. I think we're going to have a breakout of this and, break out towards these all-time highs. Once one clears 30 cent, look for a further power move back to the upside. So watch for that. Good things to come for one, I believe. So now on the daily chart, we're losing momentum here. So I would say at the daily close here, this might, come back in here. So that's why I said the next handful of days, you might need to be some patient, hands off, just go pick some daisies or something and come back in, in the next handful of days or weeks. And I think one will impress. So weekly. So we're trying to get some momentum on the bigger scale, but as you can see, this move does not quite yet look like this move. So we're maybe looking at something kind of mini version of this, where we kind of come back down, certainly on that daily, something like that, right? And then going into mid to late January, we get a nice bounce back up and mirror something like this, because just look at that daily, right? We're losing momentum on the daily, so this is going to be hard for the weekly to continue back to the upside. So hopefully that helps you there. Watch for that momentum on the daily chart, and then the ADX and the I on the weekly. The big scale is what you want to look the most bullish on, which Harmony One does. Proof is in the pudding, right? Look at this is Harmony One going back to June of 2019. The bulls have pretty much always been in charge. We got a little bit of a bear maiden appearance briefly in the pandemic era drop here, but then one reclaimed it, and then it's been looking good ever since. Now zooming in here, we want the ADX to remain high in the orange here. At the same time, the DI on the weekly remains bullish. Green is bullish. So that's what we want. We do not want to cross on the weekly. That would be bad, as the Ghostbusters say. Do not cross the streams. Okay, what else do we got? The 5-day Gaussian channel. Let's remove those lines. It's the same lines that we started with. But look, anytime your coin is above the 5-day Gaussian channel, you could say you're bearish and you're not doing anything, but you're still doing better than most. If you're above the 5-day Gaussian channel, you're doing okay. And Harmony One is not only above the Gaussian channel, but we are currently 38% above the Gaussian channel. So yes, based on the facts, Harmony One doing quite well. Okay, So we want to remain patient. The big picture. You need big pictures, Southern accents. That's what it's all about. So we need to break that 30 cent level, and then I think one will do some great things. So I think Harmony One will have no trouble clearing $1 over the next handful of months. When we ever start moving up again, when Bitcoin makes its move, you can see what Harmony One's capable of. So big picture, just stay patient. We're just consolidating a bit. We've had a hell of a move in 2020, early 2021, and then another great move in later half of 2021. So it's just Harmony One's exhausted. He needs his breath. Okay, he'll be back. All right. I don't know where the accent comes from. The Fear and the Great Index are at 27. We're still in fear. Okay. There you go. Quote of the day. Go outside and look at stars. To sum it up, it's great. I love astronomy. I have a huge telescope. Someday maybe I'll put that on here, like a 14-inch Celestron telescope. You could see. There's a joke there to be made, but I won't make it. Car of the day, Aston Martin Vulcan. Look at these colors. These are subtle colors. That's black. This is like some kind of insane dark blue. And then you can kind of see the red over there. These are very rare. You're not likely ever going to see one of these driving on the street. They have a whole 1.5 inches of clearance. And they're $3 million, so unlikely. So there you go. There's one at a car show somewhere that we weren't invited to. And there we go. Aston Martin Vulcan rear. One of the best looking rear on the car I've seen. I love the taillights. Individual blade LEDs. Insane. Look at the aerodynamics on this. And then note the side exhaust right here. There's the exhaust. Shoots out the side. Roast your ankles as you walk by. Bam! All right. I'll stop. I'll see you in the next one. That's Harmony One in a nutshell.